Hello, good morning everyone. Today we will be discussing our topic prehistoric period in art. When you hear the word prehistoric, what usually comes in your mind? Old civilization back then. If that's what first comes into your mind, you may be correct. Let's first discuss this lesson with a question. What is the prehistoric period? The term prehistoric comes from the Greek word pre, which means before, and historia, which means history. The prehistoric period is an era of time where it was before people started writing stuff down. It lasted for a long time, roughly from when humans first appeared when people started writing things down. As of now, back then, it was very different because we, in the present modern day, tend to have documented and recorded everything, like using our phones or a book or even writing. The prehistoric period, which started over 2 million years ago and lasted until people began writing for about 5,000 years ago. The prehistoric period is usually divided into three parts: the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. On the next slide, I will discuss the three parts of the prehistoric period. The first one, which is the Paleolithic period, which is also known as the earliest period in human history, as it is also called the Old Stone Age. It is where humans evolved and used stone tools to survive as hunters and gatherers. It is also characterized as the first part where humans begin to make sense of things and make stories. The Paleolithic period is also known for the first evidence of human evolution, the development of basic stone tools by crafting it using rudimentary materials such as rocks, and the movement of early humans from Africa to the other parts of the world. The second one, which is the Mesolithic period, is also known as the Middle Stone Age. This is where the period of human history that lasted from the end of the Paleolithic to the start of the Neolithic. This is a time of period where humans were transitioning from hunters and gatherers to farmers and started animal domestication. They adopted the agricultural part on this period by developing skills and gaining new knowledge of plants and agricultural materials. They also developed advanced stone tools and other materials like wood, bones, to make weapons and other tools. The third part, which is the Neolithic period, is also known as the New Stone Age, is a period of human prehistory that follows the Mesolithic period. They still continued to make stone tools, but in this part, where they also started to use other materials like wood, bone, and pottery by decorating their tools and other stuff with patterns and symbols, which is a sign of emergence of artistic and cultural expression. The Neolithic period is also known for its widespread adaptation of agriculture and animal domestication, as well as the development of permanent villages and settlements. Let us now discuss what is prehistoric art. Prehistoric art is the humans during the prehistoric period, a time before written records or any other forms of history. The art form usually includes a range of mediums such as cave paintings, petroglyphs, and other forms of imagery that were created during the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic periods. Prehistoric art usually reflects the societal norms, cultural beliefs, and artistic traditions during humans at that time. So it heavily influences them, it heavily reflects their beliefs and traditions as humans. Here are some examples of prehistoric art.
The oldest known drawing by human hands discovered in South Africa cave. This stone flake was discovered in South Africa, which known as the oldest drawing by the Homo sapiens. It has 9 red lines on its surface made by Homo sapiens. This stone flake was about 73,000 years old, predates the oldest previously known modern human abstract drawings from Europe by about 30,000 years. The ochre stone incised with crosshatch patterns found in Blombos Cave, Africa, dating back to 70,000 BC. This ochre stone, with its intricate patterns, provides evidence of early human creativity and symbolism. It is believed to be one of the earliest forms of abstract representation and conventional design tradition recorded in human history. Blombos Cave, which is located in South Africa, is a significant archaeological site that has yielded valuable insights into our ancient past. The discovery of the ochre stone, along with other engraved pieces and ostrich eggshells at the site, showcases the artistic abilities and cultural practices of our early ancestors. Hand stencil cave paintings. Painted hands. Each of these categories of parietal art has been in evidence since at least 40,000 BCE. Hand paintings came in two basic varieties, prints or stencils. Either the hands were painted typically with red, white, or black pigment and then applied to the rock surface. To create this handprint art, they might use pad, brush, or spitting the pigment directly to the hand from the mouth to create the handprint. Prehistoric art is classified into four types: petroglyphs, pictographs, prehistoric sculptures, and megalithic art. Examples of petroglyphs are cupules, cup-like scouring of the rock surface, rock carvings, and engravings. On the other hand, pictographs include cave paintings and drawings, while prehistoric sculptures include small statuettes and relief sculptures. Megalithic art refers to the arrangement of large pieces of stone. The primitive men depended on hunting of wild animals for food and clothing, and lived mostly in caves, with an attempt to present their beliefs and their world at the time. They painted images on cave walls and ceilings. These images are later called cave art. Painting of a bison 15,000 BCE from the Altamira cave. The cave of Altamira in Cantabria, Spain is renowned for prehistoric parietal wall cave art featuring charcoal drawings and polychrome paintings of contemporary local fauna and human heads. The earliest paintings were applied during the Upper Paleolithic, around 36,000 years ago. The site was only discovered in 1868 by Modesto Cubillas. Cave art have five principal motifs: animals, human figures, tools and weapons, local maps, and symbols. They were either engraved, sculpted, and painted on rocks. Red ochre hand stencils in the cave of El Castillo, 37,300 BCE. One of the earliest cave arts was found at Altamira, Spain. They are paintings of animals, mostly bison, boar, deer, and horse. These paintings are unique since they compose of many different colors and the animals are depicted in life-size proportions with great accuracy. There was also abstract art found in the cave in the form of signs and symbols. Venus of Willendorf, 25,000 BCE. Sculptures were also made during this period. One of the first works of sculpture is fertility statues. Example of this is Venus of Willendorf, showing a plump female figure in which the breasts and hips were emphasized to suggest a strong connection of women fertility. Stonehenge. The Stonehenge stands as a prehistoric stone circle monument, also believed to be a cemetery situated about 8 miles north of Salisbury, England. Scientists believe that this was built on 6 stages for around 3000 and 1520 BCE. from the Neolithic period to Bronze Age. This is a unique structure as seen on its artificially shaped Saracen stones made of blocks of Cenozoic silcrete.
And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.